Hi, my collective. So I'm in the middle of a move. That's why this is looking, why it's looking, why I'm looking like how I'm looking right now. Got my son's t-shirt on. It's a hot mess. But all good things. Super exciting things coming. New, exciting opportunities. I decided to do a collective reading for you guys. I just want to share with you something that happened to me the other day. And Spirit shared with me that it has a lot to do with my collective right now. And it was in the middle of my move. In the middle of my move, and you know, what comes with a move, right? Changing destinations, new beginnings, new cycles, exciting, scary at the same time. I'm going back and forth with my son to this new place of ours and just kind of organizing, cleaning up, getting ready for this new chapter in our lives. And in the midst of that, we're leaving the home and I see this cute little tiny dog in the middle of the road. And it was like in the worst, like this dog could have chose any other street to go to, but he had to choose this street. It was like the busiest street, the worst traffic. And my first initial thought was, I have to save him. I can't let him get hit by a car. I have to save this dog. So I pull over really quickly, I put my hazard lights on. I'm with my kid. I tell him, stay in the car, do not get out of the car. And I'm here trying to grab this dog. And right when I was about to approach the dog, he just gave me this look like I already knew this dog was about to bite my ass. So I'm here thinking, oh my God, this dog's actually fucking mean. I should have known better. It was a fucking Chihuahua. It was like mixed Chihuahua. I don't know. It was like a big Chihuahua mixed with something. And he just kind of looked at me like, no, you're not gonna grab me. And I was just like, and in that moment, I'm like, what do I do? Oh my God, I have to save him. I have to save this dog. He's gonna get hit. I don't know what to do. And I'm here thinking like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And I'm kind of like saying, hey, you know, get in the car. I open the car door and the dog finally just kind of like gives me this look and he jumps into the car. And I'm thinking, okay, he knows that I'm trying to save him. He gets in the car in my seat and my son's sitting on the other side. And I go to sit in the car and he nicks me right here on my arm. And I was like, oh, this dog's gonna bite my ass. Like, how am I gonna drive out of here? This dog is in my seat. My son's on the side like this, scared, because he's like, oh my God, this dog is gonna fucking bite us. And I'm here telling him to calm down, yet the dog is here looking at me like he wants to eat my face. So I'm just like, what did I get myself into? Like, now I need to get the dog out of the fucking car because I don't want it biting my kid. So I'm here trying to figure it out. Then out of nowhere, this guy comes in his truck. First he pulls up behind me and I thought it was somebody. I'm like, oh, maybe this is the guy who owns the dog. And he's come to get it. And he moves from behind me and then passes me and goes in front of me. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he starts yelling at me and he's like, you can't, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, the dog. But he didn't hear me and he didn't realize what I was saying. And I said, the dog. And he goes, you can't do that. You can't park there. He says, that's dangerous. And I said, yeah, but do you not see? And then he sees that the dog is there. And he goes, oh, that's your dog? And I said, no. And he goes, well, are you gonna grab him? And I was like, I'm actually trying to, and I'm telling him the situation. And he's like, oh, shit, he bites. And then his wife gets out the car and his kid gets out the car. And he's like, get back in the car, it's dangerous. And she's like, oh, do you need help with anything? And I'm telling her what happened. And she's like, oh. And he's like, but don't go near it. It's trying to bite her. So anyway. I finally get the dog out of my car. Now the dog starts to go under my car and I'm trying to leave. I'm just like, you know what? I'm better off just calling the pet police or something to help this dog because I can't. If it was willing, if it was a nice dog, I would have taken it, but it obviously wasn't. So we're here trying to get the dog from underneath my car, and every time I drove, it kept going underneath the car. I was like, oh my God. It was a mess. I ended up leaving and calling pet services to take care of him because I wasn't in the place and I was not trying to get bit. I love animals, but if there's a chance of me getting bit by a dog, it scares me because I've been bitten by dogs before, and it just brings back too much trauma, and I'm scared. And I'm not gonna risk my son getting bit from some mean ass dog that I was trying to save, you know. Especially if he didn't ask for it, you know. But how many times do we put ourselves in situations where, out of the kindness of our hearts, right, we want to help people. We want, whether it be in love, whether it be in friendships, whether it be family members, where we're quick to reach out a helping hand. And this is for someone specific. There's someone here that and this is with family. This is for someone specific with family members, where you are quick to help your family members, but to the point where you're dried out, meaning that you will give an arm and a leg, but they won't do the same for you. But somehow you don't care because you're just that type of person. You just have that kind heart. It doesn't really bother you, but it should. It should, because Spirit is trying to teach you something here. And Spirit will allow you to be depleted completely until you learn that lesson, because you are not meant to just be here to help everyone else. Because what about you? What about you? For you to deplete yourself to the point of to nothing, to the point of no return, because you just have a good heart, because you just want to help somebody. How many times are you going to put yourself in situations that no one else is going to get you out of? And how many times have you gotten yourself out of that only to repeat the same pattern again and again? When does it end? Are you waiting to get bit? Are you ready to run out of funds and then be in a shitty, giving the last to someone who you know damn well is not going to give you the money that they said they were going to give you to help you out? I said this in one of my other videos. It makes me think of that movie, The Other Woman. Nicki Minaj plays the character in that movie, and she was telling Cameron Diaz, she was the main character, about how her story about how she ended up with the guy that she's with, and she was a product of an affair. So she's telling Cameron Diaz, and Cameron Diaz was like, yeah, but wasn't he married when you met him? And then she goes, someday, girl, you're gonna learn selfish people live longer. Obviously, in that situation, that's not okay. I'm not saying that sleeping with someone's husband or wife is okay, but the overall message was, sometimes you gotta be selfish. Sometimes you have to be so protective of yourself. I just heard your kids, your property, the things that you own, to have boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to say no to people sometimes. Sometimes people need to hear it, and sometimes you saying no will reveal the true nature of people. And maybe it's just Spirit's way of trying to get people out of your life that no longer serve you, or don't have the right intentions in your life. And Spirit's just trying to protect you. So how much more are we going to give of ourselves, deprive of ourselves to help someone? And usually it's someone who doesn't want to be helped. They might want to. They might jump in the car. They might jump in the seat with you. But when you get any closer, you'll get bit. They're not ready. If it comes to commitment, if it comes to you in a love situation, you may think, you might have this idea of what this person is or what they could be, and they're just not ready, and you're trying to force them into something that they're not ready for. And then how dare you be mad at them when they tell you, I told you I wasn't ready. I told you I didn't want this yet. I told you I'm not ready. You're forcing my hand. You're forcing me to bite you because I told your ass I wasn't ready. I get in the car when I want to. I go when I want to. This is the season, this is the time to let things go. And to stop being afraid of allowing new things to come in. You know, this is for someone too. It's like some of you stay because you feel this need to prove your loyalty to someone or to what you previously felt about someone. This is for someone specific. I'm hearing there's someone here that the reason why they haven't moved on, the reason that you haven't moved on is because you feel this need to be like, but I want to be their ride or die. I want to show them that, you know, when they need me, I'm there. But who's doing that for you? Who's doing that for you? How long will you continue to be there for that person in that way when they're not even doing it for you, when they're not even ready? Okay. I'm just gonna show you guys what I just pulled up here. Got the Three of Cups, what is this? Is this 11? No. The Six of Pentacles and the Emperor card here. Just give me a second, guys. Sometimes it takes me a minute for me to receive downloads. I'm seeing two paths here. Because even though we have these here in the first row, then we have here the Devil, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands here, where I see a lot of struggle, I see a lot of attachment. I just heard attachment to old patterns. So you can choose. You can choose to either step into this Emperor energy right here. That comes with celebration. That comes with, I just heard a new house. And so are one of you guys moving or having an opportunity to move? I heard it's like something's being offered to you. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a blessing, a gift, or something that has to do with money that someone just randomly gonna give you. But these things can't be given unless you're in this energy. What is the Emperor? When I look at the Emperor, I think of someone who is headstrong, someone who knows what they want. They go for what they want. They don't allow anyone else's ideas, anyone else's advice to trigger them or to sway them in any other way, because they know who they are. They know not only what they can offer, but what they can do when it comes to manifestation. I just heard making up your mind. Someone just needs to make up their mind here. For you to step into this energy and to receive all of this, you just have to jump into this energy, and there's no getting around that. Or if you choose to be part of this energy, the Devil, which is, you know, feeling this attachment to something. But specifically, it feels more like, it doesn't have to be in love, but it can be, it's anything in general that's gonna hold you back from receiving these things, the things that you truly want, the things that you truly desire. But you can't expect something new to happen if you keep doing the same shit, if you keep having the same mentality and doing the same things over and over again. A lot of it has to do with, and I've said this before in a lot of my previous videos, the recent ones, is that a lot of us are breaking old patterns, old mindsets of what we were taught as children, as we were taught growing up from others maybe. Maybe life isn't what you think it is. Maybe you have more control over it. And a lot of people don't want to hear that sometimes because they don't want to feel like they're responsible, or they don't want to take the responsibility knowing that just like this, you can change it, but you have to change this. You have to change your mind. If not, you're just going to keep struggling. You're just going to keep in this same pattern of just repeating the same over and over and over again. I want to see what this is about. 1 second. I want to see what this Page of Cups is doing here, Spirit, for my collective. Why is this Page of Cups here? Oh, that's too many cards. But you fell on my... Oh. Why is this 5 of Wands here? No, you two want to come out. Okay. For some reason, there's something that doesn't want to be revealed here, so I'm not going to push it. Because we're going to pull out oracles too, so maybe something might come out later. But I feel Spirit not wanting to reveal something because it's going to be something that, some type of revelation is going to happen, or something that you needed to know, or something that you're going to see that you haven't seen before that's going to be revealed to you. But I can't help but to feel it being some sort of offering or something coming to you that you didn't see before. Someone here needs to see something that they didn't see before. It might have been in your face before and you might have overlooked it, and Spirit is bringing it back to you now. This hair is driving me crazy. Sorry. Spirit, what is this King of Wands? And whatever this thing that's coming, it's something that's going to be joyous, something that's going to make you happy, maybe even surprising. Maybe something that'll surprise you. I just heard for someone, it'll knock you off your feet. I don't know what that is. Whatever that is. If you don't know what it is already, or you're about to find out. And I'm feeling some choice that needs to be made for some reason. Whether it be you or someone else. That's way too many cards. Okay, let's not do that. I just heard battle of the mind. This decision is really going to not outweigh. This decision that you need to make, maybe someone else needs to make. I can't help but to feel like it could be one or the other. Again, guys, with tarot, especially on YouTube, there's just so many stories that can play out because there's so many people watching and so many scenarios and energies that come through. So it could be either you having to make a decision or someone around you needing to make a decision. For what? I don't know. See if we can find out. But it's definitely going to be a mind battle. Something that you really need to look deep within yourself to make the right decision. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we all know what the right thing is to do. Sometimes you just need to silence your mind so you'll be able to listen clearly. With the King of Wands energy, making decisions based off that energy. Taking action. This decision is going to bring an overflow of blessings and abundance. But why is this 5 of Wands here, though? It's just part of the process, Spirit says. Good things don't come easy. Because if it did, you know, if anyone just got what they wanted by just snapping their fingers, how boring would life be, right? This is all part of the process. The High Priestess. Yeah, there's just some feeling of me not being allowed to find out what that thing is for some of you. But it feels almost like a spiritual battle too. Okay, I just got something. This is for someone or a small group of you. in love for someone specific, it's hard to me explain. It's like there are obstacles in your guy's way because of what type of expansion will happen if you two were to meet, or if you two were to come together and become one unit. This is very spiritual. This has just turned into something very this decision can alter so much things. And it doesn't necessarily mean it will change your life, but everyone else around you and those who you probably don't even know. That's how deep this is. I don't know if this, it just made a whole complete turn into a love reading. Or it could be someone you might work with or someone you come across. There's some type of decision that needs to be made that will bring, if you make the right decision, it'll bring such goodness to your life, so much abundance, so much happiness. But the decision just has to be made. And using your intuition, using your, not only your, what you think, like not just using your brain, but of course, mind and heart, what is that called? Mind and heart correlation, or I feel like this decision is gonna make such an impression on everything around you. It's not just about you. It's not just about that other person. It's so much more than that. And that's why it's so important. That's why it's so beautiful. Like God orchestrated this. But we also have free will. We also have lessons to learn. Did you learn your lesson? Did they learn their lesson yet? I just heard someone's not coming forward yet. Maybe they haven't come forward yet. Maybe this person hasn't, maybe you don't even know if this person has feelings for you. And maybe they're the ones who need to make this decision. Bruh, there's so many stories in here. We're just gonna go ahead and get into, oh, that's too far away. I'm here on my floor. I'm in my room, my old room. I decided to do the reading in here because we decided to get everything out, just to kind of get everything out of the way. I don't have to move out yet, just yet. But I wanted to get the move over with because I hate having to work and then having to move on my days off. So I was like, let me do that now and get it over with. We did it in a matter of a week and maybe a day or two. So I think we did pretty good for having such a small car. And I did have a little bit of help here and there to get the bigger things transferred to the new place. So that was nice. Yeah, let's get into these Egyptian cards here. Spirit, what do we have for a collective? Yeah, there's like nothing in here. This is just my bag and tarot stuff because I still wanted to do readings for you guys. And it's been a minute, so I've just been so busy with that. And so I've been studying to take this test. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a reading today before I get my day started today. So you wanted to come out. We have the Tomb. No, yeah, 74. All right, let's see what the Tomb says for you guys. What's going on in this reading? It's saying stagnant energy, trapped, entombed. The tombs of the Egyptians were elaborate constructions from the Great Pyramids to the layers of sarcophagi, I hope I said that right, in which mummies would be laid to rest. They treated their dead with honor and reverence. They believed in dignity in death and in their entombing ceremonies and associated funerary rites went on for many days. Although this seems like a rather foreboding card, the tomb actually represents stagnant energy. It suggests that your life right now is moving rather slowly. Maybe your plans keep on being derailed or your dreams delayed. Perhaps you are waiting for other people to start moving things along. Whatever it may be, this card indicates that the energy surrounding the issue is stale and your progress has been stalled. Try working some cleansing magic to free up the energy around you and see if that helps. Alternatively, this card could also indicate a feeling of being trapped in a situation that no longer serves you. What did I say? Maybe you dislike your job, but have not yet to find another that suits you better. Or perhaps it is your relationship that has run its course and you feel trapped in a difficult marriage. Whatever it might be, this card is here to highlight the problem so that you can take the initiative and make a plan, because nothing else will move until you do. What's no longer serving you? Who's no longer serving you? Or maybe that person who needs to make this decision is taking too long and it's time for you to just go. Go on to the next thing. What was I saying earlier? Maybe you have to let go of the old so that the new can come in. What are you holding on to? Who's no longer serving you? Who's no longer serving you? But I also feel there's a lot of, this is a very spiritual decision. Not decision, it's a spiritual, like the bigger picture. Whether someone comes through or not, whether you make the decision or not, it's all orchestrated. Things are gonna happen the way that they're supposed to, but focus on yourself, focus on the decision that needs to be made through you. Don't make decisions based on other people, is what I'm trying to say. Because if you're sitting here waiting for trying to make moves for your future when the other person's not even, you know, there's something in there for that. It's time to move. It's time to let go. It's time to get that energy moving. Whether that person be there or not, whether that job be there or not. If the decision is up to you, just make the decision and keep going and keep moving. We have Penelope. I don't know how to say that. The last word. Maybe it's here in the book. I really don't know what that is. Oh, I found it so quickly. Where'd it go? Right here. What does it say? Penelope. Oh, Dreamweaver. Sorry. Yeah, Penelope Dreamweaver. Inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. So here. I have this here. Beautiful card. Seek visions and inspiration. Be aware that they are often subtle and require close attention. Fantasies, dreams, and daydreams are all in places and inspiration fairy can contact us, but she can also pop up unannounced in the midst of the most ordinary of activities. In the bath, washing the dishes, driving the car, or anywhere else that our mind is half occupied and half running on idle. Pay attention to unsought inspirations at this time. They have something wonderful to offer you, but it's up to you to catch them and bring them to reality. So Spirit is saying that these advices, these little nudges, these little reminders are going to be there, and it's going to keep popping up until you make that decision, until you decide on how you're going to move. Whenever some of us, I know for me, when I feel stuck in a situation or I feel like I don't know what to do, I'm fucking lying. I know damn well what I want to do and what to do and how to do it. Yeah, there are moments and it's normal to feel like not knowing how to get started or where to move to, but deep down, when you really spend that time with yourself and meditate and really think about the thing that you really want and how you want to get there, a lot of the times the thing that's holding us back is just the actual action. It's just doing it. It makes me think of, I love this interview by Will Smith where he was talking about the first time he ever jumped off of an airplane, skydiving. And he kept talking about how he was going up in the plane and how nervous he was. And he's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, am I really gonna jump off this plane right now? And thinking to himself, how am I gonna feel the moment I'm about to jump in? He said when he was just standing there, you know, when they have you like strapped to the instructor and I guess you let go, or they say, let's go, 3, 2, 1, or whatever. He said in that very moment, he said, that was the hardest part. But the moment he let go was the best feeling ever afterwards. He said he didn't regret it. It was the most beautiful thing he's ever done. He couldn't wait to do it again. Just think of life like that. Taking that first step, taking that first leap, that first jump. It's always going to be hard because you don't know you're doing something you've never done before. Of course it's going to be scary. Of course you're going to be nervous, but what happens afterwards? Think of when you were a kid, the first time, I don't know if you guys remember your first time in school ever when you were little, but in the beginning you were nervous. You're like, am I going to make any friends? Am I going to like it? I'm going to be away from my parents. I don't know what's going to happen. But you finally walk in that classroom and it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. You make your little friends. You have a little nap time, arts and crafts, you get snacks. If we all choose to just look at life in that way, as past experience. I mean, not all of us want to jump out of a damn plane. I know, sure enough, I'm not going to. But you know what? I might just do it. My kid, he's been telling me for his 18th birthday that he wants to do that. And I was like, well, we got like 6 years, so I got 6 years to think about it. But that'd be kind of cool. I think as a parent, I think it's just because I think of if something were to happen. It's not, I don't think I'm scared to do it. I think it's more like if something were to go wrong, who's going to take care of my kid? That's what I'm thinking. That's my mentality. And that's what I tell my son. And he's like, well, people do it all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, there's people who have fucking accidents. And I'd be the one to be the one to be with the fucked up. Or my instructor passes out and I'm like here trying to figure out how to open the damn parachute. I can't. I was gonna pull out all here. But looking at things as new opportunities, trying to have a different look, an outlook on it, a new perception. Instead of looking at things so negatively or thinking all the bad things that could happen. Maybe I jump and everything is fine, nothing bad happens to me. Maybe you go asking for that raise. You're scared to ask, but you ask anyways and you get the raise. Maybe your boss looks at you and was like, I was waiting for you to ask, but you weren't asking. How many things are we holding ourselves back from out of fear, out of disbelief, or out of discomfort? I feel like whenever you're too comfortable, that's when you should start worrying about your life. If you're too comfortable, because that means you're not doing nothing. It's like Cat Williams. I always remember that stand-up comedy where he's like, if you ain't got 30 haters by the end of this summer, you was doing something wrong. You need to have 50 of them bitches onto your list. Because if you have a lot of people hating on you, talking about you, you must be doing something right. Because it's making people talk. No one's talking about anyone who's not doing anything. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Ooh, looks like 2 people hold their hands together forever. I never got this one. I need to use this deck more because the last time I used it, I pulled out a bunch of cards I've never seen, and they're so pretty. What did I say this was? Oh, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Yeah, hurry up and finish this reading. My ass is starting to fall asleep. Okay. Bill. You're so pretty. Let's see. The physical pillar is concerned with health, your positive, life-affirming connection to your body, the sacred vessel which carries you through life. It not only concerns the way you give it nourishment and sustenance, but the activities that enliven and build its healing power and strength. It too addresses the physical environment of your home, which provides a sanctuary in which to rest, nurture, and reinvigorate yourself with life. The purposeful work pillar is built on shaping and purposefully using your talents and abilities in the cause of something to not only inspire and empower you, but inspires and enlivens others. In return, receiving money and resources to further sustain and develop your gifts. The final spiritual pillar is created and built through the knowledge, discipline, and commitment to conscious spiritual practices such as meditation and prayer, journeying, and sacred arts. If we become over-invested in one area, the structure becomes unstable. The 4 pillars can be viewed as the supports of a bridge which leads from the head or mind to the heart. What the fuck did I just say? Remember when I was talking about this? Sorry. Tarot gets me so excited when it does that. Okay. If we become over-invested in one area, the structure becomes unstable. The 4 pillars can be viewed as the supports of a bridge which leads from the head or mind to the heart. Love, strength, insight, and logic can travel between the head and the heart, creating an open exchange, a unified being. In the artwork, the couple are looking intently at one another, communicating a depth of relationship, commitment, and togetherness. Behind them, we see a tall building with a golden flower of life geometry rising up the middle, denoting the power of creation and the rich interconnectedness of life. The imposing architectural structure they are walking from tells us this relationship is backed by the power of something established. Bro, I am freaking out. What did I just say? We are witnessing a marriage, a ceremony of union. The relationship has been witnessed. The 4 of Wands invites you to look at the structure of your life as a whole. Practically all of us will have pillars or aspects of how we live that are weaker, compromising the integrity of what we wish to build. What pillar of yours needs care and attention? This card points to the possibility of achieving a beautiful balance, steadily working away at each aspect of your life. Sharing your experiences with those you love, respect, enrolling others with the vision you have of yourself inspires them to live theirs. Do y'all not hear what I'm saying right now? What I've been saying before I pulled out these damn cards? There is something bigger happening here. There's something that's going to come out of this union, whether it be in love. For a lot of you, it's love. There's something orchestrated. But for some reason, you guys need to have some type of balance within yourselves, setting boundaries, making sure that you're making a commitment to yourself first before committing to others. And because you've committed enough to enough people, you've done enough for other people. Now it's time to do for you, because that's going to restore balance. This is a lot bigger than what we are saying, guys. I hope you guys are understanding how serious this is. How much spirit is just waiting for us to get our shit together. It's not that spirit is punishing you. It's not that spirit is keeping you hostage or holding you in this place. You're doing it yourself. Spirit is just trying to lead you into the right way so that you can enjoy it so much more. Do you understand do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? There is a way of doing things. There is a structure. And it's all out of love. It makes me emotional because it makes me think of how much the divine, how much God loves us so much that he, she, whatever you believe, the divine just wants us to get it right. Not in a selfish way. It's not for them. They're doing it for you. So that you live authentically, so that you live to your full potential, so that you can enjoy your time here. I want to show you what it's like to live in your authenticity. I want to show you how amazing life can be. Like, life can be so much better, and it just keeps getting better and better. But you have to let me in. You got to let me, to create a diamond, you need heat, you need fire, you need all these tools, you need to chisel things out, you have to smooth the surface. It's not easy. It's not an easy process, and it's not a pretty process. But what happens when it's done? You create a beautiful diamond. That's what you guys are undergoing right now. And some of you guys here are literally blaming Spirit, because, and it's okay. I've been through there. We all been through that. Okay? What was me? Why is my life like this? Why aren't things changing? Why did my car fucking fall apart the other day? Why did I take my dog to the hospital? Oh my God, I have to spend $1,000 to save my dog. Oh, why? It's leading you. It's leading you somewhere. You may not understand it now, but it will make sense to you later. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to pull out a love oracle card, because why not? Why not end this beautiful reading with a little bit of love? This is such a good reading. Man. What do we have for my collective in love? Huh? What? Hello? Let me stop. I need to work out. I need to work out before I get my day started. So, whoa. You two wanted to jump out, so let's do it. All right. Benefit of the doubt. Ooh, look at that. He loved him a redhead. Let me stop. All right. Give your relationship a chance. That's for somebody. I just heard this person may not be your usual type. The Spirit is. Sorry, give me a second. This is part of the lesson. Overlooking someone's looks. But not only, and it's not, I take it back. It's not how they look. It's not my bangs. It's not my hair, the color of my hair, the big ass holes out of my ears, this big ass Naruto shirt that I have on. It's what their life looks like. Maybe you or the other person maybe make an assumption, and they think they know, or you think you know who they are. But Spirit is telling you to dig deeper. You're only seeing surface level. You're only seeing what they're allowing you to see. And maybe when you do find that, when you do figure it out, there's love there. That's for somebody. And then this one is magnetism. There is a gravitational pull to each other. So it's definitely something, even if you may not understand it, maybe you might think, this is just not my type of person. I normally wouldn't date this type of person. This person doesn't, they don't even got their life together. They don't even, Spirit's like, no, honey. But you don't know them yet. You really don't know. Stop judging people off the outside. What they got, what they look like, how many followers they have. Do you really think they're a nobody because they have like 200 followers? Do you really think they're not successful because they don't have that many followers? That's for someone specific. Might sting a little bit. It doesn't mean they're not anyone. You know what I really miss? Makes me feel old. Back in my day, listen, I'm about to be 36, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. But I remember there was a time where those things didn't matter. I miss those days. I miss the days where if I had a friend who wanted to come hang out, they just show up at my door. Hi, Miss Lopez. Can we hang out with Denise? Can she come outside today? No, she grounded. No. I wasn't back then. I'm just kidding. If I was grounded, it was because of my grades, for my little attitude problem I had when I was a teenager. But yeah, those things, y'all don't get so swept up by the social media and all this. Most of this shit is fake anyway. You only see the highlights of people or the nice things that they have or the nice houses that they have. And sometimes it's fake, and sometimes they're fucking unhappy. They're lonely. They're not even married. They're single, and oh, my phone's about to die. You know, don't get stuck on the hype. So, regardless of what the situation looks like, regardless of what you think you know about this person, it's like this gravitational, this magnetic pull, it's not gonna go away. As much as you try to hide it or try to get over it, it's not gonna go away, because it's something that's orchestrated that God has for you guys, and it's up to you whether you want to make that decision to go for it, ask that person out, or have them ask you out, than making that decision, or taking that job, or making that, I heard making that trip. I don't know. I'm not going to keep going. Spirit, please close out this channel because I got to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye, guys.